All right. I've been away for a few weeks. We had Easter, the holidays, then I had the fiance's birthday. I had some family over my place, so I haven't been very active at all. Seems like every single time I go inactive for a week or two, the market actually moves. So I spent a few weeks getting chopped, and then I go on a few week holiday and I miss the move. But regardless, everything's looking pretty clear to me at the moment. A big welcome to everyone who has joined the vault in April. We'll be releasing over the next few days just a schedule of things that we're going to release for your time here over the next couple of months. So we have a few indicators, we have some new strategy files, we have the next Tequila Time episode, a few like game shows to do just with you guys as well. So there's a lot happening, but either way, I want to get stuck into this and go over my mid to higher time frame view and what I'm seeing on Sol and FTM as well. So obviously, everyone is quite bullish at the moment. The market broke up last week. We saw quite a solid weekly candle. The previous monthly close was also quite bullish. So at the moment, it's not really time to be looking for shorts. However, as most of you probably know, I'm not a fan of buying breakouts. What I like to do, if price does look like it's going to start trending, is waiting for price to revisit a previous area of accumulation or take out a previous area of liquidity. And that may mean that I'm sat here looking like a fucking idiot for the next few weeks, not making any money. But in the long run, I'd prefer to just sit there and actually trade my edge rather than trying to chase moves. So I'm sure there will be a few intraday plays to be taken. But in terms of my higher time frame view, I'm not really in any kind of swing position yet. One thing I want to do is start off by looking at BTC dominance. Okay, so I know I explained this in a previous episode before, but markets tend to follow, or generally tend to follow, a risk cycle. Okay, so if let's say BTC or stocks were to start trending, generally what we see is the less risky stocks or less risky coins start to trend first, which is what we've started to see. So we have BTC, ETH, and a few of the other higher cap coins trending up and starting this move, which is generally speaking a good sign. Okay, if you see low cap shit coins pumping, it generally means that that profit is then going to be rotated out of risk. But if you see the less risky assets pumping, like BTC and ETH, it generally means that once the profits start to rotate out of BTC and ETH, they will then go on to lower cap coins. So over the next couple of weeks, hopefully we see some opportunities there. And that theory lines up with what we're seeing on BTC DOM as well. So we've started reaching into resistance. We've taken out this high. I'm not really trying to do technical analysis, but if you are someone that is looking at BTC dominance, we are clearly reaching into resistance here. So what I would expect from this point on is either a small retrace down or some chopping about. Now, this is a good thing. If we do get a small retrace down and we do start to chop about, what we can then do is look at alts and look for some daily or weekly swings on alts. So that is definitely a possible scenario. So BTC and ETH pumped. BTC DOM is pumping into resistance, and now we're starting to pull back. If we do get a weekly or monthly close, let's say April closes up above here, then I would expect BTC to trend up. And if that's the case, then obviously BTC and ETH would be the coins that you should look to take rather than looking to take alts. Okay, so that's my higher time frame perspective on where the risk is at the moment. So now I just want to take a look at the BTC weekly chart. So I know I've drawn this up many times over the last couple of months, pretty much since the start of the year. So we got a sweep of all these equal lows, breaking up above the key high that was responsible for taking those lows. We then pumped up there. Okay, we formed a key low. Hold on. Whoops. We formed a key low there, and then we broke up above the obvious swing high that was responsible for taking that low. So we have our first confirmation here, taking out those lows. Now we have a second confirmation. Now that we have formed this obvious accumulation here, now we actually have something to work with rather than buying this breakout here or buying this breakout here, now we have levels to actually look at. Okay, so what I would like to do before getting into, or what I would like to see before getting into any kind of swing longs, would be a retrace right to this level here. If we can retest that level and then get more accumulation, something like that, or even possibly down here, then I would be quite confident in swing longs. All right, so that's the first scenario. We get a retrace all the way back down to this original accumulation. The difficult thing about this strategy and crypto and trading on the higher time frames is how often or how rapidly this market can actually trend without any big pullbacks. Okay, so we might not actually get the retrace into this area. If not, that's fine. We also have the last month's area of consolidation in here. So we go into the daily, we can see this a little bit better. So we've got a sweep, a break here, another sweep, and another break. So we broke up above this resistance, got a solid weekly close and daily close above. We're yet to retest this, so what I would be looking for is a move down over the next couple of days. If we can retest here and get some more accumulation, then that would be a good long as well. If we don't get the accumulation here, somewhere inside of this range, then I wouldn't bother longing in here. I would wait for the retest of somewhere inside of here before getting long. And I know that's a bit of a move down, but all we're doing here is just marking out where people obviously got into long positions and seeing if those same people or new buyers are interested in stepping back in at those levels. So if we retrace the here and get more accumulation, long there. If not, that's fine. We look for longs below these lows. It is, of course, to be noted, if we take out these lows and we don't get any accumulation there, then that's a pretty strong sign that the market is going to form a completely new bottom. So we have a pretty clear plan here, looking at this consolidation over the next couple of days for longs. If that fails below here, if we don't get any if we don't get any accumulation there, then we head down. Okay, so that is the bullish scenario. Not really looking for shorts here, like at all. You can see the weekly closed pretty bullish. So if we do get a move up, a big wick, and then a drop down and break in structure, then maybe we can look for swing shorts targeting below this low and somewhere inside this range. Or if we just move down for the rest of the week and get a weekly close below here without taking out this high, then maybe some swing shorts there as well. But I'm leaning bullish. Everything else is pretty much pointing in the exact same direction. I think it's way too early to consider looking for shorts. So of course, I could be wrong, but we have the levels marked out there. All I'm going to do is just sit and wait for the setup to actually form. Okay, so similar idea here on ETH. Taking out that low, breaking above the high, getting a close above just here, and some more accumulation as well. So sweep, break, we got the retest and close above here. So now we do have some lower time frame accumulation in there. So what I'll be looking for over the next couple of days, just like BTC, a retest of this zone, where hopefully we then get some more accumulation. If we do, looking to get long. If we don't get the accumulation there, maybe somewhere inside of this candle. If we don't get that there, then obviously new lows. In terms of an objective, we have a sweep there and a break here that is yet to be tested. So I think before any kind of possibility of a reversal and continuation of this downtrend, or even any kind of significant reversal, I think we should test this level here. So a dream scenario would be a retest of this level, getting some obvious accumulation, and then being able to target about 24.4, 24.5. Okay, easy peasy. In terms of the XY, we had some accumulation that I had marked out, but it started to fail. So we had a sweep here, a break in structure, another sweep, another break in structure. We took out all of these highs here. So that's why I was saying on Twitter and to you guys a little while ago, now is probably the best time to take a decent amount of profit on your short risk, okay, and possibly even start to look and get into some longs. So we took out those highs, got some redistribution here on the lower time frames, and continue to drop. and we actually invalidated this accumulation. So now that that has happened, what we would need to see if you are bearish on risk would be a weekly close up above here. If we don't get that, then expecting this to drop much lower below these lows and into the accumulation here. I think a move like that is probably more likely just based on this price action here. The fact that this accumulation didn't hold. And then on top of that, I'm pretty sure we saw a drop in inflation as well. So that could be another reason why some market participants are looking to just stop shorting risks. So that's BTC, ETH, and the dollar. Looking at Sol. Okay, so we have a sweep and a break there. Okay, another sweep and another break just here. We did just run out the previous week's high, so not really the most ideal time to be looking for longs at the moment. We have all of these equal lows resting just here. Okay, so we have accumulation, and now we have a pocket of liquidity resting just above that accumulation. So it isn't a blind long if we take out these lows, but what it does mean is that we're setting up for a perfect scenario to get into some longs if we get the reaccumulation. So if we take out these lows and we get some accumulation, something like that, then that would be a good scenario to get long. Looking for this to happen before we take out this high though. You really don't want to run the key liquidity and then start to drop off, because that would mean that there's a higher chance of a reversal rather than just a retrace before another leg up. So hopefully what we're thinking on BTC and ETH is correct, and we do see a drop off over the next few days. We can run out these lows. If we get accumulation there, then that would be a solid long. We have a sweep there and a break in structure right here that's yet to be tested around $30. So that'd be the first objective, and I'm not even going to bother giving any other price objectives at the moment, at least, because all we're doing is just trading level to level. FTM, I've just entered into a lower time frame short here that I posted in the Discord, so I thought I'd just cover the analysis. So taking out this key high right here, or equal highs there, another high here. All right, and we have all of these equal lows resting here, no accumulation, consolidation below resistance, okay, below all of these equal highs. We shoot up, and now in the lower time frames, we're getting distribution, okay. What this would normally mean is that price is going to run down and take out the consolidation that we saw before the resistance. What I'm not saying is that this is going to be a full reversal. However, I think the most likely scenario, rather than just a retrace and a continuation, would be for a temporary reversal, take out the liquidity. If once we take that out and then we get some accumulation, something like this, then that would be a good scenario for a long. However, because we have just taken out all of these key highs and we do have some distribution on the lower time frames, I think setting up for a pretty easy short scenario. And also in line with what I'm thinking on BTC and ETH as well. So this is the low that took out all those highs. We broke below it. Now we've taken out some more liquidity up above that high, and then we've just closed below the swing on the lower time frame, so it's responsible for taking this high. So up above all of those equal highs, now we're starting to distribute. What I'm looking to see would be maybe a small retrace around New York Open, then hopefully a leg down. If the daily candle closes somewhere in this consolidation, we'll probably take some more profit, and then hopefully leading into the end of the week, we can run out all of these equal lows here. So how long? Yeah, about 15 minutes. Okay, I know I say this every week, but I'm going to try to be more consistent with this. I think with this job, it's important to take breaks, and on top of that, I have a family and I have other responsibilities. So although I would like to do this stuff every day and stay as consistent as possible to help you guys out, there's some other things that I have to put first. But yeah, over the next day or two, I'll release a schedule for the new strategy files, the new indicators that we're releasing. A lot of exciting stuff, all for free for you guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoy all of that. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye.